Hey guys, make sure to stay until the end. We want to share one advice with you, because if you make that mistake, you may end up spending thousands of dollars on parts and diagnostics that you may actually not even need. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Life. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you guys having a Dodge Charger degeneration here from year 2014 to year 2024. If you have a problem where the transmission cannot shift to drive, reverse or neutral, you wonder what causes that. Don't freak out, it could be simple fix. Don't spend thousands of dollars in transmission repairs that you may not need. Make sure you watch the video until the end, it could be simple fix, guys. And if you need to buy replacement parts to use at a good price, quick shipping, we'll put the information in the description of the video below for your convenience. So let's start on it now. So before we start, guys, let us tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them completely apart. We show you how to do almost anything. How to fix engines, transmissions, electrical components, codes, fuses, relays, all that stuff. Why we guys do it? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these absolutely free videos for you. And if you want, guys, please check out our YouTube channels. We have more than 15,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. If transmission doesn't want to shift to drive, reverse, neutral, multiple things can cause that, but the first thing you want to start with is check some fuses and relays for the transmission, shifter, control module, powertrain modules. And these fuses are located in two different fuse boxes. For the first one, we need to open the hood, facing the engine now on the left side, that's the passenger side. Next to the engine, you may have a V6, V8, it will work for both. That's the main engine fuse box on the left side of the engine, on the passenger side. Here, guys, what you need to do, you have a couple tabs present together, lift the cover up, and you're going to find a fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. It is, guys, very important to test fuses and relays. On those fuses you cannot clearly see if they're burnt or not, especially you can see in the J-case fuses as well. And if you guys assume, okay, let's say you remove a fuse, you look at it and you assume, guys, that it's actually a good fuse, but it's actually a bad fuse. Sometimes you cannot clearly see that. What can easily happen, guys, at that point, you can put the bad fuse in and you start replacing parts and tools that you don't need to, so you lose your time, you lose your money to fix a problem that doesn't exist, when all we had to do is test the fuse and replace it. We'll put a link to a special video that will teach you how to test fuses, how to check relays very easily as well, guys. So check it out, it will be in the description of the video below. So guys, here what we need to do, we need to check now a couple of fuses, guys. Okay, let's explain, okay, where these fuses are located, guys. We're going to start now, okay, let's zoom in a little bit. We're going to start first with checking fuse number 29, guys. And 29, so that's right here, 28, 29 is right here, that 15M fuse, which is very important fuse. Then you guys need to check fuse number 37, that's 39, 38, 37, right here. Check that fuse, guys, it's super important fuse. After that, you want to check relay 44, guys. And relay 44, some of you will have it, some will not, but if you have it, it will be right here. Check that relay right here, guys. The next thing that you want to check, okay, will be another fuse, and that fuse actually is in the trunk. So open the trunk, lift the carpet liner up, and underneath that's your spare tire, that's the part on the passenger side, behind it is the main trunk fuse box. Press the tabs here, lift the cover up, and that's the layout here. Specifically here we need to check one fuse, that's known as fuse 26. Some of you will, some of you will not have it, depending on which transmission you have, but if you have it, it's right here. Now, other things that can cause these problems too, guys, that we see very often here at the garage, I want to show you. Let me start it here now. Let me get the camera here, guys. Okay, if you look, that's the brake pad, right? In order to shift the transmission, you have to press the brake. Otherwise, you cannot shift. But if you look right here on top, that device, when I press the brake, that's known as brake light switch, that's what detects if you press the brake pedal. If that brake light switch is malfunctioning, that can cause that problem as well. So bad brake light switch is quite common thing that we see at the garage. And when you replace it on many models, you have to calibrate it. Or in some cases, even your old one, you may not need to replace it. You may need to just calibrate the brake light switch so it can detect the right position. We'll have videos how to calibrate brake light switch, how to replace brake light switch, how to test brake light switch. So check it out, guys. Now, if that brake light switch works, the transmission will be stuck in park, you will not be able to shift out of gear and it will not shift. Another thing, the connector, guys, okay, for the shifter, the transmission shifter and the wires here. Now, if you want to see how to replace transmission shifter, okay, we have videos on the channel that will teach you how to do that step by step. Another thing, guys, that we see at the garage, the brake light switch is controlled by the ABS and traction control module. This one right here. So if you have a bad ABS and traction control module, the transmission may not work as well because it will not detect that the brake light switch is working, guys. So bad ABS traction control module or ABS traction control module that's actually not working correctly. You will need to also, guys, check the also need to check the fuses and the relays for the ABS and traction control module. Another thing that people ignore, the car battery. If the battery doesn't have good voltage, that can cause problems with the transmission. Make sure you test the right way your battery. Most people make one common mistake when testing a battery, and we've seen people spend thousands of dollars on new transmission when all they had to do is test the battery the right way. We'll have many videos on our YouTube channels, guys, okay, that will teach you all about that. Another thing, of course, it could be mechanical or electrical problem with the transmission. If it's under the transmission, inside the transmission, it's very likely it's a solenoid, guys, shifting solenoid. You have multiple solenoids that shift different gears. If you want to see how to test, how to replace transmission solenoid, how to replace transmission filter, we'll have videos on our YouTube channels how to do that step by step. But always check the fuses, the brake light switch, the shifter, and the ABS traction control module that we see quite often here at the garage. So this, guys, dot charger has all kinds of different fuses and relays, different sizes, and those, guys, okay, could be really hard to find, especially if you're in the middle of nowhere. One time we needed a replacement, we couldn't get one, we were stuck because we had to wait a few days to get a shipment. So we recommend to buy some spare fuses, relays. Put, guys, some spare ones in the glove box for a peace of mind. We'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can get them at a good price, quick shipping, that way you do not waste money and time, guys. Thank you for watching, hopefully the video was helpful, and see you guys next time.